Hey guys, welcome back to another how to win video. Today we'll be taking Colt into Solo Showdown Royal Runway. Now today's video we're going to be focusing on leading shots and being able to hit your enemies. So I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how you can lead your shots with Colt in this scenario. But you can do this with Rico as well and other brawlers that have projectiles. So without further ado, let's hop right into the first game. Okay, so we are spawning on the left-hand side of the map. We don't have any boxes around us, so I'm just going to see if I can battle it out with this Rico instead. Now, let's see if we can just get some shots. I'm trying to just peek around this cactus and try to hit some shots. Now, the biggest thing that you need to know about leading your shots and being able to hit your opponents is trying to mirror their movement. Because if you do mirror their movement, your bullets are basically going to follow where they go and it's going to hit them. So this Rico has been out-damaged by us. I'm just going to go around the wall there and just finish him off. We almost have our super as well, so that's going to be very useful. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to back away a little bit just because I don't want to get killed by the mortis. Looks like the mortis is going to run away. Now, another thing that I want to stress as well is not only do you have to mirror your opponent's movements, so say if they're moving to up there to the left, you move up to the left as well like that. So that's one thing. And the second thing is you want to predict or try to predict where they're moving. Now, this does come a little bit with game sense. I did cover game sense in my previous video, so feel free to check that one out if you haven't already. So, another thing you need to do is predict movement, as that's going to be very helpful for hitting your shots. So, back to the game here, we are in a pretty decent position. I mean, there's a Carl, a bow, and there's also a Daryl up there in those bushes, so that's something to keep in mind. This bow has used his mines, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go for the bow instead, because he's right next to us, and we probably can try to finish him off, or try and kill him. So I'm actually going to use my super right there. Now, the reason why I aimed a little bit higher was because I sort of expected him to move up, because his previous movement patterns was him moving up, like where I'm pointing my cursor. So that's one thing to keep into account. Another thing that helps you with leading shots is trying to see, how is my opponent moving? And let's see if we can just try and mirror or predict where they're going to go based on what they've already done. Now, good players will not repeat the same actions, so sometimes it's really just a random guess, just a bit of luck and being able to predict their movement. So, yeah, but sometimes it isn't like that. So it's always good to try and keep those things into account. Now I'm actually going to just stay in this corner for a bit, see if that Daryl goes for that Colt that just came out of that fight, or we're actually going to try and encourage the Daryl to maybe, the Daryl is actually closer to us, so what I'm actually going to have to do here is I'm actually going to have to take out this Colt instead, and now we're just going to, the Daryl's going to roll straight on, so I'm just going to unload my super. It wasn't a really good super. We did take the second place, so I sort of thought that I saw how the Colt was in the top corner, the Daryl was to our left, and the Daryl's just going to wait for us to take him out, or for the other Colt to take us out. So I went for the Colt, took him out, I knew I was just going to secure the second place, and that's going to be it for that game. So without further ado, let's hop into the next game and see if we can get some more examples. Okay, so we're spawning down the bottom right corner of the map this time. We haven't got any boxes around us, although there is one up here that we might have to share with this 8-bit. So actually, he just unloaded all 3 attacks. 8-bit is a really easy brawler to hit, although as I said, I did actually miss both my shots, simply because he's really slow. But the thing about 8-bit is that his damage is really, really high, so we got to be very careful when trying to take him out. Now, I accidentally peeked around the wall. That's not what I wanted to do, but it doesn't matter, we didn't get taken out. So I'm actually going to head down here. I'm going to check these bushes a bit, just shoot roughly to see if there's anyone in there. Now, I did see that 8-bit move out of those bushes, so he's not going to be in those, but he is up here, as we can see. So I'm actually going to try and maybe get some shots on him. A meteor did spawn us, we were forced to move either towards him or away from him. I chose to go towards him. Now, I'll see right there, I moved to the right a little bit, as I predicted that he was going to keep moving to the right. We got a few shots off as a result of that, so that was really good for us. Now, there is a Piper over here. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to juke back around to see if I can maybe trick her or confuse her a little. Now, here's an interesting situation. We have 2 brawlers with longer range than us, sort of sandwiching us. I'm just going to back out of there completely, just because I don't want to get taken out. And I'm actually going to help the Piper take out this turret, as 8-bit's turret's going to help him soak up some damage, as he can't really run away from anything. Now, this Piper's not in a very good spot at all. I'm actually going to unload my super onto her, and that was going to force her to jump away. That's really what I wanted her to do, is to force her jump into a bad spot, and then she ended up getting taken out by that 8-bit. Now right here, I'm just going to try and get some more shots off. He's going to get pushed out by that meteor. We're going to get some really good shots off. I'm actually going to use my supers. I predicted he was going to go behind that wall, and he's going to keep on running. So I'm actually going to predict my shot. Actually, the Leon ended up taking the kill for us. We were left with almost no health to spare, but we are okay for now. So I'm going to stay in this corner and try to get these brawlers to fight it out together. Now there is a Colt fighting another 8-bit. That meteor just moved out, so it's going to let me move towards him. I'm going to try my best to try and juke this 8-bit. I'm going to actually break his turret and try not to get hit. And we are going to get taken out, but we still took 2nd place. And I feel like that was a pretty decent game to show you some examples of leading your shots, especially on that 8-bit. He's a much easier target than other brawlers, so if you are starting out or you're finding a little bit of trouble, maybe try and get a friend or something in friendlies to play some 8-bit and let them try and juke you. If it gets too easy, then you can step it up a bit or just practice in normal games. So without further ado, let's hop into the next game. Alrighty, so we are spawning at the bottom right corner of the map. We've got 1 box and right here and 1 box to our left. There is an 8-bit who's going to take us. He's going to use maybe all 3 shots. No, he saved one of them to try and hit us. We did manage to full clip him because we perfectly mirrored his movement there. And there is a Shelly who's trying to sandwich us in between this 8-bit as well. So I'm actually going to unload my super like this to clear out the walls and to force him into that corner so that the Shelly can take him out. Now Shelly's going to be left with like 1,000 health as she tried to take out that 8-bit. We're going to grab the power cube and we're just going to back off and try and get a better angle on this Shelly. Now I'm actually going to just open the power cube for her to see if she goes for it. We're going to hit our shot. We knew that she was going to go straight for it, and that wasn't a smart play on her end, so I just predicted my shot, and I literally full clipped her. It was really easy, so that's what we were going to do. Now I'm going to move up here so I can get a better angle on her to try and hit some more shots. She's just barely out of our range, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but that is okay. So I'm actually just going to move up to the top of the map this time. I'm going to switch opponents, see if I can find someone else to go for, as there's a Brock below us too, and he does outrange us. The Shelly has moved up with us, so I just guess I'm going to keep going for some more shots, maybe getting a little bit more poke damage and trying to build up my super. Although I've got to be careful, because if we get too close, she will take us out. So there's a meteor coming down there, took out that cactus. I was hoping that it might have spawned a little bit more onto those bushes there, but since that Shelly is still in there, we can't really do anything about it. We don't have a good angle on her. I'm going to move down here to where this Brock is, as we do have more power cubes than he does, and it'll give us an advantage when trying to take him out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to focus a little bit more on dodging rather than shooting. So I'm going to be shooting roughly in this direction, but I'm also trying to focus on juking the Brock's shots, just because Brock's shots is really slow, making it a lot easier to dodge than any other brawler in the game, in my opinion, of course. This Daryl's going to roll straight on, so I'm going to try and use my super to try and full clip him a little bit. I managed to hit quite a few of the bullets as I just moved from side to side, trying to hit my shots on that Daryl. But he's completely out of our range. He's got full health. He's going to get a super soon, so I'm just going to back away from him because I don't want to get rolled on by that Daryl. Instead, I'm actually going to pressure the Mortis because we can actually take out this Mortis if he's not being careful. He's going to dash straight onto us. We're just going to stand still and just auto-aim my shots onto him. Now, this Daryl has 14 power cubes. It's pretty much over at this point. I can try my best to try and shoot at him and get some shots. I'm going to use my super to basically full clip him there, but it's not going to be enough damage as we are going to get taken out. Although that was a 2nd place, we still got 8 trophies. It's been some really good games so far. So now I'm just going to jump into the 5th and final game to see if we can get even more examples of leading shots. Alrighty, so we are spawning in the bottom left corner of the map this time. There is 2 boxes, one to our right, one to our left that we could go for. I'm going to go for the one to our left because it's much closer than the one to our right. But now we're going to head over there. Now I'm pretty sure it's a Tara that spawned above us, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that those were those tarot cards. That Leon unfortunately had the power cube bounce over the river, so that means that he wasn't able to pick it up, which means that we're going to be able to pick it up because he decided to run away from it instead of going for it. So that is going to be good for us, as we are going to get 2 extra power cubes. And now we're sitting in a pretty good spot. We've got a little bit of super. This Leon's forced to run away because the meteor spawned on him. And now I'm going to try and hit some shots on. Now Leon, by far, along with Crow and potentially Mortis, is one of the hardest brawlers to actually hit your shots with Colt, simply because their movement speed is a lot quicker. Now I'm going to see if I can get some examples on that Leon. If he comes near us, then I'm definitely going to do so, just because it'll be more useful for you guys to see how you can shoot Leons when you go up against them. Now there's a Mortis in these bushes, I'm pretty sure. He's got, yeah, there he is. He's got no hat on, so we all know he's a beta male. Just kidding. So we're going to deal some damage, just keep getting some different angles on him. I'm not going to use up all of my shots, because if I do and he does decide to rush us, we're going to have no ammo to spare and he'll be able to easily take us out. So just going to wait for my shots to reload. I'm actually just going to move to the left a bit more. I'm actually going to go for the Leon. Just like I said at the beginning of this game, I'm going to see if I can hit some shots on this Leon. So he's going to approach us and then back away. That's a smart move because he does a lot of damage up close and not so much at a distance. So pressuring us like that is going to get us to back away, and he's going to get an advantage. He's going to get swiped by that Mortis. Very unfortunate for that Leon. He didn't know that that Mortis was in there. So that wasn't the greatest example of a Leon fight, but we sort of tried to simulate how it would be like, where you just move side to side trying to hit your shots. It's like I said, it's a lot harder with Leon because his movement speed is quicker, but it is certainly doable. You just have to predict a little bit more and get a little bit luckier. Now this bow has got 9 power cubes. I'm going to use my super because I knew that Mortis was going to go for him. The Mortis ended up killing him instead. We didn't get any of the damage off. Now he's going to use his bats. We're going to just use our ammo, auto aim it all onto him. And he's going to take us out just because he has more power cubes and he has that dashing ability. But that was a good game nonetheless, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I do upload how-to-wins on this channel twice a week, or quite frequently nonetheless. If you do have any further questions regarding this video, feel free to pop into my Twitch chat. The links are in the description below. I stream every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 11 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. And if you don't want to pop into my Twitch, but you still want to ask some questions, feel free to put it in the comments below. I try to respond to all of those as well. But without further ado, guys, keep sweating, and I'll see you guys next time.